Tonight is Entrepreneurs Night on Bryant Park at the Engineers Club. This is one of my favorite places in New York City because it represents the dawn of the Industrial Revolution. Tesla, Edison, Westinghouse, Vanderbilt. This very building, the Engineers Club, was an early incubator. Now you can look at Bryant Park and the vastness of the industry. And we are going to be leading some of the best conversations with entrepreneurs from around the world. Right from this terrace, we're going to create the next titans of industry here at the Engineers Club on Bryant Park. It's Mike Flannery back with another entrepreneur on Bryant Park at the Engineers Club. It's Entrepreneurs Night. I've got Elio Narciso. He's my favorite Italian with a company called Measurence. Tell me about Measurence. What are you doing?
So we want to really understand the physical world. I mean, we spend maybe 15, 20 years online to understand what people do on websites, on apps, and how they visit pages and convert. And then you turn to what is 90% of the economy, which is everything else offline, and we know very little. And so we basically want to put a spotlight and understand where are people going, what are they doing when they walk, how often do they stop near a storefront window, are they converting inside, and how much is the value of an impression of somebody walking by your store or your restaurant, or simply watching the ads on a bus, covered with advertising, how much is that worth? Mm-hmm. We don't know those things today. Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the traffic and what you've learned. Let's use this as a little case study.
First of all, I mean, the process is extremely simple. We plug, one of the sensors them to a power outlet, and they connect to our servers. They start to collect data about how many people are walking by, how long they take to walk by, or if they are stopping in front of that location, how long do they stop for, and what are the patterns of traffic. So during the time of the day or during the week, are they moving right to left or left to right? And so all of this data is extremely interesting because they can get the impact of the traffic inside their store. So I put this cake in the storefront window is attracting more people than the next cake, or a special promotion, is it converting more than the next, or maybe I'm converting people that are spending less. So now with this simple sensor, you can understand all of those things.
Now, as a building that rents out space, like many of the real estate developers and owners in this city, the data on the block shows that the traffic's building. So we have a perfect case to be able to charge more.
I'm super excited by the real estate use case. Basically, what the platform can do is certify your traffic, and so you can say this is not a guess. I mean, lots of retailers or physical commerce, when they have to rent spaces, they send interns with a clicker, and that's not data really. With this now, you can certify this is the traffic at this location, these are the traffic patterns, and so for real estate, that's another tool that they can use to market the location better, to get better prices, to get the location rented much faster, or to better negotiate with potential tenants or current tenants.
The reoccurring data that we produce every day in this building and all these buildings out here, is there a revenue opportunity for us down the line if we take our data that we're getting and put it into a larger pipe like yours? What's the story after that?
Down the line, potentially that data, which is traffic data, is people data, becomes extremely valuable. Brands could pay for that data because they want to know if they do a promotional event or if they do an advertising year, it's going to get more eyeballs. Mm-hmm. Smart city, it's huge. I mean, we are getting starting to get requests from many cities around the world to understand how can we better distribute the traffic, and how can we better understand traffic patterns. I mean, and so
huge.
People want to know that.
And it seems like this is an elegant solution. 10 minutes to install. I immediately start receiving data, and you're right in the game. Now I imagine it's time for execution and scale.
What's important is to have the right advisors and investors. When an investor or an advisor can do the pitch for you, I think that's where you're in good hands. people that do not only bring money, but they can bring smarts and new ways of thinking about our product. And that's what we're getting with Redwood.
It's really great to have you here. Thanks for joining me at Bryant Park.
Thank you.